Good evening, everyone. My name is Hamda Al-Kabi, and today me and my colleague we will go through the case study of Pan-European. The first question is the strategy: what must Pan-European do to keep from becoming the vacuum of hospital takeover? What the raw category and exhibit two will this become critically important in 993. What should Pan-European do now that they have one price where and who should lead the way for Pan-European? Pan-European has introduced the division of the shareholders. Become this can cases positively on stock share price of the company that can lead to the decrease instead of this, so the company has to reduce only the capital expenditure of the board of directors decide. They have to adopt the strategies that can increase the stock share price that also cannot push it down to avoid the questions. Besides that, we can find that their plans signified that they have to reduce the liabilities because of the increase in the depth of quantity ratio over the weight of the price, and this their cases to a competitive market to achieve this. Finally, we can find that the modern have to lead the responsibility of this strategy because they are responsible to start the creative and innovate change in the company. Now my colleague Fatma, she will continue.
Now I will discuss the second question, which is what aspects of the project might invalidate the ranking you just derived. How should we correct for each investment's time value of money and equal lifetime, riskiness, and size? There are many aspects that can invalidate basic present value analysis. Of tasks, they are risk, availability of resource, incompatibility with company strategy, considerations of policy, the regulatory issues that include the environment, health, and safety. We can address for the time value of investment reserves and equal life risk and size by using distinct investigations frameworks and various assumptions to adapt to various components that affect each venture in an unpredictable way. For instance, reliable measures of the time value of money are discount methods as net present value and internal rate of return. Unequal existence of venture can be addressed using equivalent benefits. And now my colleague Khadija will complete.
Are any must-do projects of the non-numerical type? Sustaination project is necessary, yet we can find that automation and transportation framework are also necessary because they represent a health risk to do worker. So we can find that this butcher health and environmental issue. So might there be any conflict between the projects? There are new energies acceptable between expansion and further modern of the track, advanced geography and computing. What element of the project might imply a greater or lesser riskiness? There are a portion of this venture that include small change, like expanding the tracking team that he would have approved. Moreover, we can find that increasing degrees of mechanical reinfame, refinement like tuning bots or bringing sugar into things that would make a usage risk manager. Other than we can find that other area represent a risk to any item in the disability area. It attempt to create a new stuff in a new area, so client can decide not to purchase the thing. So the distance part of the hazard combine room in size, length, and return season. Now Mariam will complete.
So, do any of the projects have non-quantitative benefits or costs that should be considered in an evaluation? While there are expenses and advantages other than the amount of the task, these ventures include the following: undertakings affecting company regulatory compliance like gushing treatment, and also warehouse automation. Also, there are many undertakings that can affect the brand image. For example, we can find that a sanitation venture can have a positive impact when the company is ready to act on environmental worries early. Other than we can find that a factory expansion task can be positive or negative by depending on whether the local area is reacting to new positions or the implementation of the factory. So, considering all the above, what screens factors might we suggest to narrow down the set of most desirable projects? What criteria would we use to evaluate the projects on these various factors? And do any of the projects fail to pass the screens due to their extreme value on some of the factors? Pan Europe has not reduced the dependence of the shareholders. They have to adopt strategies that can increase the stock or share price that also can't push it down to avoid acquisition. Besides that, we can find that their bank suggested that they have to reduce their obligations or liabilities because of the increase in the debt to equity ratio over the wars of prices and use their cases to the competitive market to achieve this. Finally, we can find that the Humboldt and Morin have to lead the responsibility of this strategy because they are responsible to start the creative and innovative changes in the company. Innovation's role will have to grow in future. And thank you for listening.